Irish.
A couple of weeks ago. Had a club meeting a couple of weeks ago, and Jeff had said, well, Mogo Zoo, where we're going to do our working bee in a couple of weeks, they've got this problem. They've got this problem where they need a gorilla. And you know, if anyone wants to make a contribution, that would be like a really good thing to do, and we can help out. And I think the sum came up. They need $30,000, and we're kind of going, well, you know, I'm 50 here, and $5, $5, yeah, $15, yeah, probably. You know, I'm a busy lady. But anyway, so Hamish over here goes, we've got fuckloads of cash. Why don't we just buy the gorilla? And then we sort of went, why don't we just buy the gorilla? That would be so rad. So then we bought the gorilla. And here is the money for that gorilla.
$30,000.
Hey, don't delay. Congratulations. You got a new gorilla. There you go. Thank you.
Hang on.
It's yours. So we can have Kisane over here to do his little bits and pieces with the other gorillas. So from us to
Sally,
you,
would
thank
you
you.
like to say a few words? More
No,
than two.
she later she will.
Yeah.
I could sign by the right people.
Yeah.
it's legal. I know.
Just drop it and see if it bounces. How many times?
You know, like, you don't know idea how much this means. It really does. I'm not good at accepting things, but
We're not good at giving them.
Yes, we are, Jeff. Yes, we are. We're very good at it. 30,000.
I mean that is quite mind blowing, and it not only means a lot to me, but it means a lot to the gorilla program within Australia as well. For all gorillas, to bring Kisane out here is. Thank you. I just can't. Thank you.
More wine.
And cheers to everybody that has come today. You've done this amazing work for me, and go the primates.
There you go, the rhinos. Yeah.
And you know, when I did hear, I mean, I had heard
Tell me
we're
you
going to
fucking
do
tiger, I'll
this,
buy you a tiger.
and my first thoughts were how fantastic, because as a club, this is going to allow us to bring Kisane out here, quarantine him and everything. But not only that, Kisane is a 12-year-old blackback, and they look very much like a female. So over the course of the next few years, you are going to be able to follow him and watch what a lot of people don't actually get to see, because they see here, then they see there at different times. But you will see Kisane turn into the most amazing silverback. So, I mean, you all saw Kababu last time, and Kisane is actually coming from the same place where Kababu was bred. So, for this, and Kisane, and for the gorillas, and Mogo Zoo, I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. It means an awful lot.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Kisane!
And I must say, nobody's ever done anything like this, like this, in this way, for Mogo Zoo. And
Well, we can do
nearly
that
29 years.
No, we've got way more money.
Siberian tigers?
Oh God, don't start me, my ideas. I have the most amazing ideas sometimes, but my hands
Anyone like olive
don't reach long enough into my pockets. But my husband used to say to me, I had Dom Perignon taste on a 4X canned budget. But I do get some amazing ideas sometimes, and some of them are good and some of them are like too far out. But I think Kisane coming here is going to be an amazing thing, and you're all part of him being able to come to Mogo Zoo. Yeah.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Brooke.
Thank you very much.
You two ones together. Can I just say one other thing? I would like our favourite zoo man to say a few words and give us an update on exactly where the gorilla is up to.
Actually, that's going to be Han's job.
Yeah.
But just before she does, just me quickly is thank you very much for all your efforts you put in today. You are absolutely brilliant. We got so much work done today that takes us a long time because we just don't have the manpower to be able to put it all together. So I really appreciate all your efforts, and it's just been absolutely awesome. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
I'm going to get Han to actually give you an update of how the gorilla and what's happening, and then you know where everything's going to
Photos
go.
to Facebook, please. I'm there for Facebook. I'll post the shit out of it.
So do you want to?
Okay, guys, so this is a really exciting one for all of us. And to actually get this creature in, you have no idea what it takes to fix his passport up. It's something totally unreal. So we have to jump through many, many hoops. But firstly, the animal was picked by a global breeding program. So this guy is coming in with all the right genetics. We will make sure that all his body bits is together so that he can be part of this wonderful thing. So firstly, you know, in Canberra, where all those people sit and they make us do so much paperwork, we have to prove that that animal can never escape there. And if he escapes, you know, will he breed into plague proportions? So just recently, very recently, since we had a shuffle in the government, they actually had to put another clause in that no gorilla can apply for a upper post in the government. But I
She's all joking now.
No. I think we should change that. We should give them the opportunity to actually do that because we will probably have a much better decision making. But anyway, once we finish with that we are presently, so if you want to follow this all, and maybe we can update you through a certain, you know, through you.
Well, this is
So we update, you know, I just find everything. Right. So we've got an import and an export CITES permit. And to get a CITES Appendix 1 permit means you work with a critically endangered animal, and all the world is working towards that. So from the IUCN and our government departments all locked in, you will not move that animal unless you've ticked all the right boxes. So we haven't got that yet. Before we did that, we had to put in a facility assessment. And the facility assessment, my damn it, you have no idea how much that takes again. But our facility down there that Stella's made, Clive and everybody's worked at so hard, is more than world quality. It is above and beyond everything. So we're really proud, easy for us to put this job together. So once we have our import CITES permit, England can actually start working on the export permit. And meanwhile, we have to also make sure that all the criteria for importing a primate must be, the medical side must be ticked. So poor animal will go into, he'll have to be sedated a few times to do all the necessary tests, and that's a criteria also written up in Canberra. So there's a lot of unpleasant things waiting for poor Kisane. So Kisane is living with his dad at the moment, and I mean, Dad's boy is growing up. He's starting to itch in places where he needs a bit of help. So he needs to get out there very, very soon, otherwise his dad is going to bash him up fairly bad. So this is a very, very urgent thing for us to just get it moved out. Anyway, Kisane, once he moves, what we have to do in the meanwhile is we have to get a transport company to actually do this whole thing. Not many flights come straight from England here, so there will be an airport where he has to stay over. And what we're actually planning is to get the first big animal into Canberra. So if you're in it, you've got to have contacts upstairs there.
We're going to try it anyway.
We're going to try and see if we can get him through Canberra, which will be wonderful, but then we limit it with airlines to bring him in. Airlines are noisy, and the transport for him from Kent to London, it's a big, big, big thing. Anyway, it will always be happening with a vet and one of their keepers that will come with him. Those guys need the support from their keepers as well. So within the next week, the Clive man and his team, we're going to start bashing and crashing in the back, and it will also be a first for us to actually quarantine a great ape right in our own backyard. For that, we need to also again go through very, very many different tick boxes, audits, and
It's a long process.
always
It's
the
a hell of a
last
long
minute thing. So
process.
we are on limited space, so we cannot guarantee on this. It depends on when we're getting our CITES permits, but we're hoping to have him here before the end of the year. So that is wonderful. So if you guys want to, we will update you on this.
Please.
It's really exciting, and it is like Sal said, it's an honor for us. And for myself to be with Sal and this bunch, there's no other zoo, a private zoo, that holds as many primates as we do. And primates are fickle little things. They're far too close to humans. So yes, fickle little buggers. So all the credits to Sal for her patience and her generosity to bring in the animals. It goes out all the time.
So my question is, what are the deadlines?
What are the deadlines?
In the other words, when do we expect to see him here?
You better get your finger out.
I know.
What? Yeah. So yeah.
We're going to alter our own quarantine facilities. We're just going to strengthen them up. We do have an amazing little quarantine facility here, which we actually won an award for a few years ago through Australian Quarantine. And so we looked at how much it was going to cost to quarantine him. I'll just turn this off, sorry.
The only other
Could
quarantine
be
places
Kisane.
would be maybe Taronga. We did think of Taronga first.
They can't do them till next year. So we weighed up all the things that we were going to do, and we can now quarantine him here, which means we can bring him in hopefully by about the first or second week of December. Well, we're hoping first or second week of December because then it gets very hot. So you've also got to think of weather, all sorts of stuff. When
Comes in from.
From an English
yes,
summer.
he's coming from an English summer. So we do have an air-conditioned night out.
Summer here,
Yeah.
December.
And he drinks tea like this.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So the other thing I'd like to all tell you as well, you know, in the many years, Mogo Zoo was started from very humble beginnings, and I've got some fantastic people here. Like Hannah does all the imports, exports, all the records now and everything. Hannah's been with me for about 13 years. Clive's been here for
12
10 or 11, 12 years. And Steph's come on board with, and does different things and helps Clive.
For the motorbike club.
Like that, yeah.
And we've still got two of our keepers standing over here now too, and they've only been with me a short time.
But I tell you what, they're both an amazing part of a fantastic team that we have here at Mogo Zoo, you know, because it's not easy, you know. It's not easy sometimes, and that's what...
Well, let's hope it makes it easier.
Let's hope it helps.
And you've got no idea the relief that this gives me.
You got to
Knowing that we can do this now, and that we can do it now. So, to me, Mogo Zoo belongs to everybody. You know, all the animals belong to everyone.
Keep us posted when he rocks up, because I think quite a few of us would probably like to take the weekend off and rock up and say hello at least.
See, when he first comes here, though, no one will be able to see him. They've got to go quite straight
But
to
you
the
know,
quarantine.
it's not just about that. To just get to the airport and to know that that animal is on that truck and it's alive and the transport is done well and he's going to take part in absolute conservation. It makes your heart swell up this big. So the 30 days in the back there, but when we finally get him out, when he's on exhibit with his people, I think that should make our biggest celebration we've ever had at the zoo.
Yeah. Not only when he gets here, he has to do a month's quarantine, but he also then has to be moved from here down to the gorilla exhibit, where he then will go through the process of being introduced to the girls. We can't say how long that process is going to take. It's like having our two orangutans sitting down there. We've had them now for maybe 4 weeks. And they're not on display yet, because I'm not prepared to put them on display just so people can see an orang in an exhibit. They need time. They're totally different animals to the gorillas. Absolutely different. And they have been locked up for so long, they need time to get to know their people that are looking after them. They've got all new people. So far, they're going excessively well, and I'm hoping that in the next couple of weeks, we will have them out. So So that's a big thing. Once we get our orangs out, but
So
the
basically,
great apes is it's unreal. Thank you so much.
so basically, we'll keep you guys. I'm just saying, we'll keep you guys informed, and you know, for the club, thank you very much. From me, because as I say, through Steph to me to Jeff to you guys has made a huge difference financially, and your support where you come up and do all your manual labour, which I think is
Like me,
good
I've
for a
never
lot.
ever put money before the animals, and I would have done it, but we would have really, really struggled on top of what we've done here. And Kababu passing like he did, now we can move
But at
forward
least
with
we've
the
got new
program.
DNA coming in, so it's all good. So
Even better.
I think the
Well,
barbecue,
now the Mogo Zoo family now.
I think the barbecue is pretty much ready to serve. So I think
You do make it. I'm intending I've been around all the world.
No, not really.
Thank you both.
Thank you so much.